Have you ever entered a group and sensed that someone was clearly in charge, even though no title was mentioned and no authority was declared? No one introduced them as leader. No one asked them to take control. Yet when decisions formed, eyes shifted toward them. When tension appeared, the room waited for their reaction. Every group has a hidden leader, even when hierarchy appears flat. In most social systems, leadership is not assigned first through roles. It is inferred through signal stability. Who anchors attention? Who speaks without visible adjustment? Who remains steady when subtle friction enters the interaction? The hidden leader is often the person who appears least dependent on immediate approval. When they speak, they do not rush to clarify or soften before response. Their sentences land without visible recalibration. That steadiness becomes reference. Groups constantly scan for orientation. Orientation reduces uncertainty. When multiple opinions surface, people unconsciously look toward the individual who appears most internally aligned, not necessarily the smartest, not necessarily the loudest, the most anchored. What you feel internally when a hidden leader emerges is subtle alignment. You may notice that interruptions toward them are shorter, that disagreement is framed more cautiously, that their pauses are tolerated longer. These micro-adjustments signal weight. Often, this dynamic forms quickly. In the first exchanges, subtle tests occur. A mild challenge, a moment of silence, a slight disagreement. The person who absorbs these without visible contraction gains positional gravity. Hidden leadership is communicated through reduced volatility. If someone does not visibly tighten under scrutiny, the system registers resilience. Resilience attracts followership because it signals predictability. Notice how conversational flow changes around them. Topics redirect toward their input. Plans subtly align with their suggestions. Even when they speak briefly, their statements influence trajectory. This does not require dominance behavior, it requires coherence. When posture, tone, pacing, and reaction remain aligned, the signal appears stable. Stability becomes authority. Watch what happens when tension arises. Who holds eye contact without narrowing posture? Who allows silence without rushing to repair it? These moments decide orientation. Every group develops a gravitational center. It may not be formal, it may not be intentional, but it exists. And once you begin recognizing that leadership is often inferred from micro-consistency rather than declared position, the hierarchy becomes visible. What once felt like personality starts revealing structural influence.